Hey everyone, this is Night Mage, and you're listening to This Freakin' Show.
What's up, everybody? I am Travesty.
And I'm Cartoon Joe.
And welcome to another episode of This Freakin' Show. It is the weekly podcast with a little bit of something and a whole lot of nothing. The same weekly podcast that is brought to you by Audible.com. That's right. Audible.com is sponsoring This Freakin' Show because Audible knows that Travesty does not like to read books. It's not that Travesty doesn't know how to read books. It's just he chooses not to because eventually there's a movie made about that book anyways. But Audible offers, right, Joe? Eventually every book's going to have a movie to it.
I hope so. That'd be fascinating.
Right? It happens. Abraham Lincoln's Vampire Killer has a fucking movie to it.
Does it really?
Oh, fuck yeah. I own it.
Oh, man. All right. I need to watch it. Perfect.
We'll watch it one day. Getting some beef sausage combos from Tony's as we sit on the couch and watch Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter.
Perfect.
And I think there's actually a oh god, what the fuck? There's another movie kind of like that. It has to do with like oh god, what the fuck is it? Oh fuck, there's another movie. I can't remember what the hell it is, but it's like an old classic movie. It has to do with some bitch and she's like a zombie hunter or something like that.
Oh dang. I have no idea what you're talking about, but
I'm gonna find it. I'm gonna find it and I'm gonna let you know about it. I want to say it's like like oh god, something in Old Lace maybe. I don't fucking know. Anyways, Audible.com sponsors This Freakin' Show. That's where I was at. With over 1,000 Audible titles to choose from right there at your fingertips. And it's all free. It's all yours for a 30-day free trial plus a credit for your first book purchase if you just go to audibletrial.com/freaknet today. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Because of This Freakin' Show, if you go to audibletrial.com/freaknet today, you can try a 30-day free trial of Audible. On top of that, get that credit to your first book purchase. So for 30 days, you can enjoy Audible absolutely free just by going to audibletrial.com/freaknet. Cancel at any time if you choose to, but for the first 30 days, it's absolutely free if you go to audibletrial.com/freaknet today.
This Freakin' Show is also brought to you by WeAreDapperTies.com. If you want a high-quality knit tie for the low price of just $15, head on over to WeAreDapperTies.com and be sure to use the special discount code FREAKIN, that's FREAKIN, to get free shipping on your order. That's right, a high-quality knit tie, just $15 and free shipping. WeAreDapperTies.com. Use the discount code FREAKIN, that's FREAKIN, today.
I got fired today, Joe.
That sucks.
I got fucking fired today. My company looked at me and said, geez, what can we get Travis this holiday season? And you know what it is? They gave me unemployment, Joe.
Such bullshit.
They gave me unemployment for the holiday season.
They couldn't wait 3 weeks.
Absolutely. And complete disclaimer to anyone out there who happens to listen to this, I'm not bitter against the company I worked for. I get that times are tough. Things have to happen. People have to be let go. I wasn't the only one that got let go. I was on a list. So I'm not saying it's a bad company. I'm just saying that they chose a poor time to let somebody go.
Indeed.
Right?
But you know what? I don't have a dog in the fight. So fuck them and everything they stand for.
Krampus wouldn't do this shit, man.
No.
But no.
What he would do is take your bosses and put them in sacks and carry them away to his lair to be eaten.
Right? Krampus is that movie where everyone's in like a snow globe, right?
I think so. With Adam Scott, I think.
Yes, it is. And you know what? That was probably like the one horror movie I actually watched and I was kind of okay with. And I did it for a podcast, the Hunick podcast.
Nice.
It was a pretty cool movie. But yeah, They let me go today. It was I don't know how to compare it to the layoff I had back in 2017,
Mm-hmm.
but it was very fucking similar.
Mm.
Surprisingly, I was very well, not surprisingly, I was very professional about it. I think they were surprised about how well I took it.
Hmm. Nice.
Yeah,
Good
yeah,
on you.
yeah. I was professional about it. They came in, they took me into this little huddle room and they sat me down. They explained the whole situation. They told me they had to let me go. I told them I understand that this is difficult for you guys. I do appreciate the time I had here. Thank you very much. They told me if any openings pop up, they happen to see if I happen to see that they're posted, to please interview or apply and come back and all that stuff. And absolutely will. Nobody knew I was getting let go until right before they came and got me. It's
Ugh.
like it was like a fucked up episode of like Lost or Survivor where like they open a fucking envelope and there I am. It was like an ass backwards like Oscars or some kind of shit.
Yuck.
Yeah. It was it's not a good end to 2019, Joe.
No, that's
Not a good end.
pretty garbage end of
Mhm.
2019.
Yeah. But bonus, I for the time being, I don't have to be up at 5 a.m. anymore.
That
So
is a big plus.
yeah, that'll be nice. Downside is I have no money.
Yeah, that's a big minus.
Right. And you know what happens when you don't have money, but you have a mortgage to pay for?
Not good things.
You get a lot more voicemails from calls that you ignored, Joe. That's what you get.
That tracks. That sounds about right.
Oh God. But guys, if you feel sorry for travesty and you feel the need to help me out, well, let me tell you that this freaking show has merchandise available to you guys for purchase at tpublic.com just by searching TFS. That's right. It's not that I'm using my unemployment and my fact that I lost my job as a way to try to manipulate you into purchasing merchandise, but it'd be really fucking cool if you wouldn't purchase some of our merchandise. Um, we have a lot of different cool designs and logos and stuff that are available on a plethora of products such as like t-shirts and posters, pillows. If you know Cartoon Joe and you love Cartoon Joe, you can get Cartoon Joe's face on a pillow so you can rest your head at night right on top of Cartoon Joe's face. That's a
Creepy,
thing,
but please do it.
right? It's a thing they could do. And
Yep.
an animated design of Cartoon Joe's face right there on a pillow you can fucking rest your head on.
Yep.
Right, but all that's available. We got the old vintage logo for this freaking show, the current logo for this freaking show, the Secret Society logo for this freaking show. You can put it on hoodies and cell phone cases and laptop cases, tapestries, buttons, pins, magnets, and all sorts of cool things. All you gotta do is go to tpublic.com/tfs today. I do believe if you order now, it will be in by Christmas, and I gotta tell you, the merchandise is pretty cool Christmas gifts for some people.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
Uh, Joe, I want to talk a little bit about some of the popular social media trends that happened over 2019. I did pull some of them, not all of them, but some of them over 2019. Some of them were some goofy ass challenges and stuff we saw online, and others were like created memes. And I thought what would be cool is I came up with a list of 5 each, and we're going to rank them based on actually your preference on how you ranked them from dumbest to not as dumb.
Excellent.
Yeah, and the only reason we're going to do your preference is because first off, you're educated. You went to
Oh,
college. You could probably see ignorance and idiocy from a mile away. Plus, I already made the list.
okay.
So, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to read them off to you. And then you just get. I think the best way to do it is the same way me and Dizzle J created our top 100 list for wrestling. I'm going to
Okay.
give you the first one. We're going to kind of keep that right where it's at. I'm going to read the second one. You tell me if it's dumber or not as dumb, and then we'll just keep going from there until we create the list.
Okay.
Okay? You'll kind of see what I mean as we go along.
Yeah, perfect.
It's gonna be a slightly lengthy process, but at the same time, I think in the end we'll all enjoy ourselves a little bit more.
Perfect.
Yeah. So I'm gonna let you choose. Do you want to go with 2019 challenges or 2019 memes first?
Oh, that's a tough choice. I'm gonna save memes for last. Let's do challenges.
Okay, we're gonna do the challenges first. Okay, so the 5 challenges we had was the invitation to Area 51 storming, vacuum challenge, which basically, if you guys remember, people were sitting inside bags and sucking the bags with vacuums and shit like that. The Bird Box challenge, if you guys remember the movie Bird Box with Sandra Bullock in it, they're blind the entire fucking time with blindfold. People are actually doing that shit, crossing streets and making dinner and shit like that. It's stupid. Uh the phone number neighbor, if you guys remember that one, is
Oh
basically
yeah, I forgot about that one.
yeah. I honestly I did too until I was looking up the challenges and shit like that. But if you guys don't know what it is, basically you take your phone number, go 1 digit up or 1 digit down, and you just text or call that person. And finally, the last one was called the Shell On Challenge, which basically it means you ate foods without taking like the banana peel off, the orange peel, without peeling or taking the stuff off of the food you're eating.
Alrighty then.
Yeah. So we're gonna start first off with Area 51 storming. We're gonna keep that number one until we decide what goes above it or what goes below it.
Okay.
All right. Next one, we're gonna do vacuum challenge. Now, is the vacuum challenge dumber than Area 51 or not as dumb?
Ooh, see, that's a tough choice. I'm gonna say it's dumber because I don't know anything about it.
You never saw the videos for it?
No, I never saw
Okay.
them.
There's a possibility you have. Maybe I didn't explain it right, but basically, there was the original video was this dad put like this little girl in like this garbage bag, and kind of like the girl held the bag like around her neck, so her entire body's in the bag except for her head. Then he stuck the hose of the vacuum into the bag, turned the vacuum on, and sucked all the air out, and pretty much just sucked the bag to the child's like body.
Okay, I'm looking it up now. It's hilarious.
Yeah, so it was pretty much a challenge that first off it started as like a dad doing something goofy with his daughter, and then eventually turned into boyfriends and girlfriends doing it to each other and all this shit, and to a point where people started getting freaked the fuck out about it.
Hmm.
So dumber or
Gotcha.
not as dumb as Area 51?
See, my problem is that the Area 51 challenge is just about my favorite thing from 2019.
Well, Joe,
So
this is
I'm
gonna be.
gonna rank. I think it's smarter.
You think the vacuum thing is smarter? You kind of cut out there a minute there, so I didn't
Yeah,
catch you at the end there.
yeah. Like it's there's something about it that's more fun in like a polite way, like a people bonding way. But I'm gonna keep Area 51 at the top for now.
Okay. The Bird Box Challenge.
Really dumb. Not a
So is
fan.
that
I actually think it's dumber than the vacuum challenge.
so we're gonna put it above the vacuum challenge? Because this is going from dumb as number one to not as dumb number five. So as we rank,
Oh,
yeah, so as we go to number one, we get dumber.
gotcha. I misunderstood. I misunderstood.
Yeah.
So right now, I'd say the bird box challenge is the dumbest of the three, and then the vacuum challenge, and then the Area 51.
Okay. What about the shell on challenge where you're eating banana peels and orange peels and fucking not peeling watermelons or taking shells off eggs and avocado peels and stuff like that?
That's horrible,
Right.
but I don't think it's as dumb or dangerous as crossing the street without looking. So I'm going to put it at number two.
So you're gonna put it between bird box and vacuum.
Yes.
All right, and then the last one was the phone number neighbor challenge.
Oh, I loved that. I'm going to put that one at four.
So you're gonna put it between 51 and vacuum.
Yes.
Okay. So right now we're looking at from bottom to top, Area 51, phone number challenge, vacuum challenge, the shell on, and then the bird box.
Yes.
Gotcha. Is there any other challenges you remember from 2019 that you think may have been dumber than what I found?
No, I don't remember any other challenges
Yeah, I
from
kind of
this
wish
year.
I kind of wish Tide Pod was on there, but that was from like 2016
Hmm.
because that was probably one of the top two dumbest challenges I've seen outside of like the fire challenge where people were like covering themselves in hand sanitizer and lighting themselves
Oh
on fire.
God, I forgot about that. Or the cinnamon challenge.
God, you ever see the powdered ginger challenge?
No, but I'm sure it's worse.
It's 10 times worse, but it's basically the same concept as that cinnamon challenge. I mean, I think the only decent one was like the fucking like the ice water challenge for was it ALS?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah. I think
that's
I
fair.
think I think one person wanted to do like an ice bucket challenge, and then other people were like, how can we make this even more fucked up? And then they start setting themselves on fire, and then start eating Tide Pods, and
Yep,
lo and behold, Sandra Bullock became the front runner for a whole group of idiots who are like, hey, let's get blindfolded and play fucking Frogger.
yep,
Fucking nut jobs.
indeed.
Yeah. But yeah, no, that's gonna be our list for challenges. Make sure you guys give your comments on what you believe the dumbest challenge of 2019 was. Maybe there's one that I missed. I just picked the 5 that I thought were the absolute dumbest. So comment either on our social media on Facebook or Twitter with the hashtag freaking sane and let us know. Holy shit, Joe! I forgot the this freaking happen segment.
Oh, that's all right.
Oh, do you have yours?
I do.
Oh, why don't you go ahead and share, Joe?
Yeah. So let me pull it up real quick. On this day, uh, yeah, December 12th, 1901.
Mhm.
So 118 years ago. I thought this was appropriate since we are in an audio medium. We're doing basically radio for the modern era. 1901, December 12th, the first radio transmission was sent across the Atlantic Ocean. Uh, Italian physicist and radio pioneer Guglielmo Marconi succeeded in sending the first radio transmission across the Atlantic Ocean, disproving detractors who told him that the curvature of the Earth would limit transmission to 200 miles or less. The message, simply the Morse code signal for the letter S, which is dot dot dot, traveled more than 2,000 miles from Poldhu in Cornwall, England, to Newfoundland, Canada.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and I've actually, fun fact, I've been to the place in Newfoundland where the transmission was received. It's actually called Signal Hill.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
You are an adventurer, Joe.
Yep.
I'm just a bill. Yes, I'm only. No, I can't sing that. I can't sing that. That is copyright.
Oh yeah, probably.
Hmm. And demonetized.
Yep.
All right. Let's see here. Perfect. December 10th, 1992. The Walt Disney Company announces they are putting an NHL hockey franchise in Orange County, California. They named the team the Mighty Ducks of Anaheim from the 1992 movie The Mighty Ducks. The team was sold in 2005 and the name was changed to the Anaheim Ducks.
Huh.
I did not know that the movie came before the team.
Me either. I also didn't know that you could just start a national hockey team.
There is a process to it, but it's fucking Walt Disney, bro. It's Disney.
Yeah, I would
bro.
say when you have infinite money, you can do anything. You're right.
Yeah. Yeah. Also, I believe it was on December 11th. Not to do too many. I just want to do one more. Just a quick fun fact: Indiana became a state
Oh, fun.
in 1816. So, just wanted to share that as well.
Nice.
Yeah. Guys, if you don't know by now, this freaking show has partnered up with Just Freaking Wrestling and The Gray Area to create a network known as FreakNet Studios. FreakNet Studios is going to be a collaboration between the 3 podcasts where we get together and make YouTube videos. That's right, we are going video style on some collaboration ideas that we have put together ourselves. Not sure when that's going to start, but hopefully soon. Probably after the new year, we're going to start collaborating a little bit more, get an idea of when we get together and do that. So make sure you're following FreakNet Studios on Facebook and Instagram to get notifications on when the videos will drop, because eventually they will be on YouTube and you will need to subscribe to that as well so you can stay updated daily on that. So make sure you follow us on Facebook and Instagram at FreakNet Studios. And if you haven't yet, check out the Gray Area. That's DAGRAAREA and JFW, Just Freaking Wrestling, the JFW podcast. All right, Joe, let's dive into these memes.
Perfect.
And again, I only picked 5, but there were so many more.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's almost impossible.
Yeah. Now, this one's going to be a little bit different from the challenges. Instead of doing dumbest to not as dumb, I want to go from best meme to eh.
Okay.
Okay. So here are 5 memes. First one, screaming woman / cat.
Okay.
Takashi 9 snitching. If you guys remember, me and Cartoon Joe did a podcast about creating our own Takashi 9. I think it's like Takashi 69 or something like that.
Yeah, 6'9", I think.
69. 69 snitching. We did a podcast about where we create our own. I still gotta put those up on our Instagram. There's time.
Yeah.
Baby Yoda. I'm gonna tell my kids memes.
I forgot about that one. Nice.
Yeah. And then I just went with Storming Area 51 again because that was probably the funniest fucking thing I've seen in my entire life.
I agree with you.
So again, we're gonna do from greatest meme to at number 5. We're gonna start with leaving screaming woman / cat at the top for right now.
Yep.
So we got Takashi 69 snitching. Is that better or when it comes to screaming cat?
Oh, that's so hard. I'm gonna say, it's better.
Say it's better?
Yeah, right. I enjoyed it more.
Okay. And then we got Baby Yoda, where a lot of people are kind of like there was one that Dizzle J posted on my Facebook about my birthday with the vodka. I don't know if you saw that on my page.
I don't think I did.
Yeah, it's like how your friends look at you when you. Oh God, actually, I'm gonna read it word for word. But basically, it's Baby Yoda peeking around the corner of what looks like to be a wall, and me watching my friend gag on the 97% alcohol mixed drink I made for them.
I've seen that one. I don't know if I saw it on your page or not.
Yeah, that was
so good.
That was a great birthday from what I heard.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So Baby Yoda, is it better than
It's better than 6'9", Takashi 6'9".
Okay. Storming Area 51 memes.
God. Those are the best. I'm putting those right on top.
Now, I never really looked up the fallout from that. Did anyone show up? Actually at Area 51, or they just kind of hang out outside like by the towns and stuff?
Yeah, no one ever stormed it, but they ended up having kind of like a music festival sort of a thing. It wasn't very many people. It was, I think, only maybe 100 people showed up out of the I don't know, million people who said they'd go. But yeah, I saw a news clip of somebody Naruto running behind the reporters. Which is just so good.
All right, and finally I'm gonna tell my kids memes. If you guys don't know what that is, people just pick random pictures of people that look similar to other people and just put, I'm gonna tell my kids this is so and so. You could Google it.
I'm gonna put that third.
You're gonna put that third, so between
Baby Yoda and Takashi 6'9".
Okay. So your final list is Storming Area 51, Baby Yoda, I'm gonna tell my kids, Takashi 69, and Screaming Woman / cat.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and Epstein didn't kill himself.
God damn.
Sorry, it was just right there. There was a list.
Right.
And we were talking about memes.
If only that fucking worked its way in. See, that's the thing. I wanted to use that one as a meme. I didn't know if it'd be appropriate or not.
It's probably not, but whatever.
Mm-hmm. Oh, exactly. But there's a lot of cool fucking ones out there. There's a lot of fun goofy ones. There's one that somebody posted that was a poem or something like that, where it didn't say Epstein didn't kill himself. It was different words that sounded like portions of the words in there. It was like Epstein, didn't, and then Keel.
That's amazing.
And him, HYMM, and shelf or something like that. It was really fucking cool. But it's funny because when you read some of the comments, it's I don't get this. Why is this funny? Because they really couldn't fucking read it. So or when you see those crossword puzzle, or not the word searches, when it says the the first three words you see is what you're gonna get in 2020, and like the top word is like Epstein. Oh my god, yeah, those are good ones. If that was in there,
Mhm.
where would you put that? Would that be at the top?
I think so. Yeah. It's just so prolific, and there's so many creative ways people are doing it. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I think it's got to be at the top.
Gotcha. Gotcha. Joe, I'm just gonna spend the rest of the show kind of asking you either or questions because I feel like we still got some time left, and I'm not gonna cram a bunch of random bullshit in here. Actually, I do remember. Do you happen to have a Fire Star Award recipient
Oh
for
God,
us?
I totally forgot. Nope.
Right. Yeah, neither do I. We'll do that next week.
Perfect.
We'll get our final Star Reward recipient of 2019 out next week. I'm gonna ask you a
Perfect.
couple. I'm gonna ask you a couple either or questions. I just kind of want us to bullshit with each other and get people to know us a little bit more.
Okay.
Who's cuter, Baby Groot or Baby Yoda?
Baby Yoda.
Baby Yoda. If there was one thing in Avengers Endgame that you would rather have not seen in the movie, could you tell me what it is?
Ooh, that I would have not wanted to see.
Yeah,
That is in it. That is in it.
that is in it that you'd rather not have in it,
Uh,
even if it's the
I mean,
smallest thing. Like for
yeah.
me, like
Oh,
for
go
me,
ahead.
It's Captain Marvel's haircut. That's shorter fucking haircut. Don't like it. Not a fan.
Gotcha. I don't mind that. It would be. I think for me, um, Black Widow's death.
Now, how would you have gotten the Soul Stone if that didn't happen? Would you have rather
I
seen
don't
Hawkeye
know.
die?
Yeah, I think so.
Hmm. Just out of curiosity, let me ask you if you know how this would work. Let's say Groot took that plummet.
Hmm.
Would he die?
I think so.
Really? Would he?
I
Groot?
think so.
Baby Groot?
Yeah. Yep. Now, granted, I think you might be able to still, if you could scale down to the bottom of the cliff and retrieve a stick from his body, you could have a new Groot.
But then do you get the stone?
I don't know. Well, yeah, I think so because the soul is gone, but that doesn't mean the new body wouldn't grow with a new soul in it. I don't know how Groot people's souls work
Yeah.
though.
I also don't understand the fact that if they return the Soul Stone, they should get a soul back. I get
Right?
it that I mean the whole concept he kept saying, a soul for a soul. I mean, you should get the fucking soul back.
Yeah.
Also, I don't like when they went back in time and Steve tells Banner, hey, smash some things on the way, and he's just kind of like all huffy and puffy about it because he's not an animal like that anymore.
Hmm.
So just smash some shit, bro.
Oh, I enjoyed that. But I understand why you wouldn't enjoy it. I also think like I was reading an article the other day that made a good point about how it's basically just Banner in the Hulk's body, which means that the Hulk is still not fully integrated.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and Professor Hulk in the comics, who, by the way, just sorry you just happened to hit a chord. Professor Hulk is one of my faves. I've been looking forward to that character showing up for like years now. So I was really happy to see him in Endgame. But in the comic books, he's still able to get angry and use his rage to become stronger and stuff. And so, like, that still would have been nice to see. I do agree.
What about let's see here. How many people you think went back and watched the first Avengers movie after seeing that they time traveled back to that scene, hoping that maybe there was some Easter egg of them running around in the background?
I'm going to say too many people.
Too many people?
Yeah. I don't think they had that planned for long enough to. That would be incredible if they had it planned for that long.
You think they would though, right? I mean,
I don't know.
I mean, they had to think of how. Like, I don't even know. Not maybe not.
I mean, maybe
Mm,
parts of it, maybe a general idea, but I don't know. I don't know. I also think if enough people probably did go back and check, that if there were Easter eggs, we'd know about it.
oh, maybe.
I
Yeah.
will say that.
Now, do you think there's people that actually just watch for Easter eggs? I mean, there has to be, right? I mean,
Oh yeah, for
there's no
sure.
list. There's no list of Easter eggs just to checklist off, right? Those are created by just viewers, right?
Yeah, those are created by viewers most of the time.
I got you. I got you. What are you looking forward to the most in 2020?
Mm, that's a really good question.
Yeah.
Maybe. Well, what are you looking forward to the most?
Well, the big one on top of my list now is having a job.
Yeah.
That's really up there for me. Another thing is like really getting focused back into my dieting and stuff like that. I realized like looking back on my Fitbit app that I record all my weights on
Hmm.
is I saw the point from where I went from doing the best I ever did to start collapsing again. It was
Mm.
right around the time my relationship ended.
Hmm.
And it's no excuse. I'm going to tell everyone right now, it's no excuse for a relationship to end for you to give up on yourself. And I did that, and it's a fucking mistake. And I just watched it slowly just keep rolling on to where I'm at right now. So I'm like, you know what? I got to do something about this. I got to change the way I am for the better. And I'm gonna write a blog, a journal entry on this. I don't want to call it a blog because I'm not some fucking hipster from 25, 2005. But um, I realized I don't like when people say like a new me. It's time for me to create a new me.
Mm.
I don't like that saying like I would rather people say like I'm excited for the next me.
Yeah.
Like people because people are who they are now. Like you can't create a whole new you just based on the fact that you want to change. Like you shouldn't change yourself. You should just upgrade yourself, alter yourself for the next you, the
Yeah.
future you. So like I'm not a huge fan of the whole like new year, new me. I'd rather
Hmm.
people focus on the next year, next me kind of concept, and
Yeah.
that's
New year, better me.
yeah. So
Yeah.
that's what I'm gonna focus on. Like I'm not gorging myself during the holiday season just so when I kick in on January it's gonna be great. I'm progressively working myself towards that point, but the overall goal is to drop my goal weight by my birthday that I was supposed to drop this year. So
Nice.
right now I'm sitting around 390 or 385, 390, and the goal is to be to 320 by my birthday. So it's about 75, 80 pounds in 5 months, which it's doable in the right healthy way, but at the same time, it's a lot of commitment and doing the stuff right. So I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna start doing a DDP yoga program again and really commit to that. Start eating when I need to and what I need to, so I can start having better eating habits. Start going to bed a lot earlier as I need to because I don't go to bed early now. I don't fall asleep till like 11:30. I wake up at
Oof.
4:30. It's very fucking unhealthy to only get 5 hours of sleep and stuff like that. And sleep does help with weight loss, whether people believe it or not. It is true. Drinking a lot more water is going to be an important thing. And then obviously doing the journal entries because I really like doing them. And I keep telling people I'm back to doing it. I'm going to do it. And then like I do it once and then it doesn't happen again for another month.
Mm. Hmm.
And I hate doing that. It's not because I'm lying to people. It's because I'm not committing to it like I should. And it's not that hard for me to go in and type something up. I've done it before.
Yeah.
So I am going to put a new post out. If you guys haven't read it yet, it is on WordPress. It's wordpress.com/freaking journey. I can put a link on our Facebook page if you guys follow us on Facebook. Make sure you check it out. I can put a link there if you want to go read it. But I'm gonna put a post out about losing my job and kind of like where I'm at, and how I'm feeling about it. But I'm also gonna do a post about that whole next year, next me thing, to counterbalance the whole new year, new me thing.
Nice.
So yeah, obviously job is important. Weight loss is an important thing as well. So those are my two big things, and then just working on getting that financial situation that I find myself in a little bit better. And then, of course, building Freaknet Studios with you, Sarge, and Dizzle J. So,
Nice.
yeah,
Very good.
2020, I think is going to be a really, really good year. I do believe it. And I think the biggest reason I do believe it is because I have like you, Jay, and Sarge, around to help me do this stuff. But also, like, in my podcasting life, I have you guys. And then in my personal life, I still have you because we're family. I'm not going to say that
Yeah.
I just know you three. I mean, obviously family. But in my personal life, I got other people to help me, with the weight loss goals and all this other stuff. So it's gonna be a good balance of working with everybody to make myself better, but to make everything around me better as well.
Nice.
Yeah, I hope
Very nice.
I hope I spewed enough shit out so you had time to kind of think about it more.
Yeah.
Excellent.
I'm looking forward. I think, trying to think of how to put it, just because it's not something that has been officially talked about yet, but I've started to have the conversation about whether or not I'm going to be hired on as the actual pastor at the church that I'm at, as opposed to just the interim.
Okay.
And yeah, and so that's when that happens. That'll come hopefully with a little bit of a pay bump. Hopefully some more. I really want to work more hours. That's the biggest problem right now. And I know it's the church. I understand that like there's a certain amount of right now I don't know if you know this. I'm only contracted for like 20 hours a week, and that is not enough time to do the things that need to be done to be able to regrow this congregation.
Yeah.
But I can't afford to work 40 hours a week for 20 hours of pay.
Mhm.
It's just not feasible. And so I'm looking forward to either be hired on and get a little bit of a pay bump, so I can begin to do some more, or I'm looking forward to figure out what my other vocation might be. I don't know. Maybe I'll write, or maybe I'll get a job doing something else. I've been exploring the idea of maybe doing some trade work, maybe either electrician or plumber or something like that. Um, yeah, so looking forward to seeing what next year brings in
Mhm.
terms of vocational work.
You know what, Joe? This seems like the perfect time for the creation of Freaky Tales.
That's not a bad idea.
Right? I have no job. They're restricting your time at work for the moment. Maybe God wants us to make Freaky Tales so bad that he got me shit canned
Yeah,
in the best
maybe.
way possible. But
Could be.
that's another thing that I'm looking forward to, is hopefully getting some Freaky Tales put together by next this Freaky show.
Hmm.
Yeah, I'd be really excited to hear the Freak Joe read some original Freaky Tales from Cartoon Joe
Oh,
and myself.
that would honestly be pretty badass.
Right? Yeah. Maybe I should write my book.
Yeah,
I
that's a
really
good
haven't done
idea.
I haven't done that yet. Man, I got so much. I gotta do that. I gotta set a goal for myself when it comes to that book. What are those called? Deadlines.
Yes.
Like that. Yeah, I should do that. There's a lot of stuff. I need to make a list of things I have to do. Yeah. But one of the biggest things is Freaknet Studios and creating these awesome video content with you, Dizzle J, and Sarge. It's gonna be a lot of fun.
Hmm.
Yeah. Guys, make sure you tell your friends to listen to Cartoon Joe and myself here on this freaking show every single week on iTunes, Google Play, Spotify, Podbean, Stitcher, just by searching this freaking show. Shows usually drop anywhere between Friday and Saturday, depending on when the recording and editing and stuff occurs. Um, so make sure you hit the notification bell on wherever you listen to podcasts, wherever you stream it from, so you don't miss an episode. And of course, you can interact with us on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook at This Freaking Show. Reach out to us with any questions, comments, concerns, even suggestions on shows on what you want us to talk about or what you think we need to talk about, because your opinion does matter to us as listeners of the podcast, because we won't be here if you're not here along with us. Whew. Joe, what are you freaking thinking about?
I am freaking thinking about a show that I've recently been introduced to called Only Connect. And Only Connect is a British quiz show
Okay.
where you basically have to they give you a four clues or whatever, and you've got to figure out the connection between them. And it's a lot of fun. It's very delightful, and you can find all of the episodes on YouTube. There's like 15 seasons, and each episode is only 30 minutes. So it's really good, and it's very funny. It's got good British, dry humor. And it's just regular people on a quiz show. So it's a lot of you can kind of imagine the people you can imagine these people in a bar doing
Hmm.
the things that they're doing. So it's fun. It's a fun show. What about you? What are you thinking about? Freaking thinking, rather.
I'm thinking about how cool some of the people are that I used to work with. Not so much the job I just left, but the previous job I had at the Freightliner dealership. After I got let go today, I called one of my buddies who worked up at the shop, and I was talking to them, and I ended up going up there. It was like 20 minutes away from my new job. So I went up there. I was like, fuck it, I got time. It's not like I gotta be home right away. I'm gonna stop up there and visit with him because when I called him, he didn't answer. So I drove up there and they're like, oh hey, what are you doing here? Blah blah. I'm like, oh, I got fired. And one of the coolest fucking things that a lot of the guys did there is they invited me to their Christmas luncheon.
Nice.
Yeah, and I felt guilty about it because I don't work there anymore, and the only reason I don't work there anymore is because I quit and left for another job. But to think that even beyond that, that they still kind of felt bad for my situation, that they allowed me to kind of like hang out with them and sit with them and eat food that I had no business eating while sitting there, socializing with people who really, didn't need to do it. I thought that was pretty cool. So, um,
Yeah.
I mean, the holiday season is one of those moments where you kind of like see like you can see the true colors of like some people, and it doesn't always have to be a negative thing. Like sometimes there are positives, like,
Yeah.
and I know like a lot of people in the center is like, wow, that he showed his true colors and stuff like that when somebody does something negative against you or others, but I mean, that's not the entire world. I mean, there's a lot of positive and a lot of like good people that you may not even like really realize what kind of person they are until that moment comes where they can make a decision on being, making a good choice or a bad choice. And my former general manager, my former service manager, a lot of my old coworkers and everything, they it was like I never fucking left. It was a really cool fucking feeling to sit there. People ask me how I'm doing and told me they felt bad for what happened to me today and shit like that. And so it was really cool. So I'm really, so I guess what I'm freaking thinking about is like how blessed I am to have the opportunities to meet the people I've met in my life. And really just want to like give a shout out to all of them out there who even though we don't work together and they have no reason to continue to communicate with me and everything, they still find time to do that. So it's really fucking cool.
Nice. That's
Yeah,
great.
yeah. Hey Joe,
Yeah.
every week our listeners could catch Cartoon Joe here on this freaking show. But if one episode of Cartoon Joe a week just isn't enough, and somebody needs more Cartoon Joe than what they could get from one of our episodes, where can they go?
If you need more Cartoon Show, you can head on over to the Geekcast Live podcast at violentpress.com. You can also find us on Facebook, iTunes, Google Play, and Twitter by searching Geekcast Live.
Is it still hard to say Violent Press instead of GCL.Ninja?
Very.
It's like I almost heard that G sound, but you call yourself, and I was really impressed.
Yeah, thank you. It was there. It was definitely there.
Yeah.
Or even just like geekcastlive.com or something like that. That would
Mhm.
make a lot more sense. But we're also that speaking of things I'm looking forward to, we are transitioning toward doing some more Violent Press things in the spring. So that'll be cool.
Well, I know you mentioned it before, but why don't you kind of remind everyone what is Violent Press now?
Sure. So Violent Press is going to be the new sort of umbrella for the Geekcast Live podcast and all of the things that we do over there. So we're working on comic books, we're working on some stories, we're working on um, what else are we working on? Those are the main things that I know about. Maybe opportunities for us to do things at conventions, merchandise, that kind of stuff. So definitely in I don't know a few weeks, maybe a month or two, we'll be hitting up Kickstarter for some. We've got some posters that we've had designed for a long time. We've got I think the first Kickstarter we're planning to do, Geekcast Rye or GCR as people may know him, has been working on. He's got a 32-page comic book that is ready to go. We just need the funding for printing. So that kind of stuff is what Violent Press is going to do. Oh, board games. That was the other thing. So just a way to do things other than podcasting. So yeah.
So GCR has a comic book, or you guys have a comic book?
Uh, GCR has done the bulk of the work on this particular comic book and has also paid for all of the art.
Well, then maybe someday, well, whenever you guys do get the Kickstarter out, we'll have GCR come on the show and you guys can kind of talk about it.
Yeah, absolutely. That'd be great.
Yeah, I haven't talked to Ryan in a while. It's been, I mean, I think the last time I really saw him is when we had that family get together for Papa Sneddon. So again, far too long to have family together. But
Hmm.
no, I mean, like if you guys have anything like that coming out, I invite them over to the show, have them come on and talk about it. It'd be awesome to hear about it, and I'll kind of sit back and let you guys kind of take the reins on explaining everything because you guys will definitely know more about it than I will on both aspects. The fact that you're creating the content, but at the same time, I'm still trying to learn that world.
Hmm.
But I mean, and that goes for all your listeners out there. If you guys are creators of comic books or games or anything like that, and you want to come on the show, we've had comic book creators on in the past, and we're welcoming any more who feel that they want to have an outlet to get that stuff out there. So please feel free to contact us at thisfreakinshow@yahoo.com or message us on Facebook at This Freaking Show and say, hey, I'm a creator. I want to talk about my stuff.
Hmm.
Musicians too. We have a lot. I gotta get Leslie Tom back on. I miss her.
Yeah, it's been a long time.
Yeah, Infinite Monkeys got to get back on. So many people. Yeah, we got. And the thing is, like, we haven't had these people on since like 2018 because half of 2018 we were fucking gone.
Man, you're right.
It's a nutty world, Joe. But
It
yeah,
really
no.
is.
Make sure you guys check out Joe again. Give them the website they can go to.
Yes, violentpress.com.
Perfect. Make sure you guys keep updated on Violent Press and see all the cool stuff that's coming out on that end as well. I told you guys where we are located on social media and the platforms that we find our podcast. I told you about Freaknet Studios and everything about us, so make sure you keep tuned in for that. As always, I am Travesty.
And I'm Cartoon Joe.
And thank you for listening to another episode of This Freaking Show. I'm out.